Okay, hold on, I'm going to record this. Your topic is, can a man or woman change the stars?
Can a man or a woman change the stars?
It's in the chat.
Just a minute, sir.
Just a minute. So once you already show the thumbs up, and then we will start. Naveen shall do the timing. Ishak, are you ready to start?
Okay, sir. I'm ready, sir.
Yes, start.
Stars are like the distant future. They're like they're far away and they're yet so distant. So I feel the stars are like our future. And a man or a woman, can they change those? Can they change their future? Can they design their future? Yes, I think so, because every step you take will enhance you towards your future and will help you to build your own future. That's what I think. That's why I think a man or a woman has to take care has to take charge of his future, and I think a man and a woman can change the stars of their life. That's it, sir.
Brahmaji, you're on mute.
Deepa, are you able to give a comment?
Vishwak,
Yes, ma'am.
good job on starting off. I wish you could elongate it. You were getting ideas about stars, you were moving forth and talking about how they can themselves shape their stars. I think somewhere along the line you felt, okay, something is not going right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Just try and stick to it and just move. What is the next idea you're getting? Don't be very conscious. That's the only thing that I felt is happening.
I didn't get I didn't have an idea after that, ma'am. Like I thought to include a story, but I was not able to, connect my speech to my personal story. I was not able to do that.
Vishwak,
So
once again.
yes, sir.
Maybe
No, go ahead.
in certain cases like that, happens. Sometimes we have that issue. Maybe you can probe the topic, like what, how, when, why, how. You just put questions. What are stars? What is man? And what is a link? Just keep asking questions and keep answering them. Maybe that will help. Just try that out if you can.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for your feedback. I'll try it.
Thank you, Deepa.
Sorry, I
Varun,
got disconnected.
Yeah, I saw. It's okay. Varun, are you ready?
No, I have just a small comment for Vishwak.
Okay, Deepa, are you ready?
Oh,
I know you just
yeah, ready or not, I never get ready. I just have to dive in.
Brahmaji, I have a small feedback for Vishwak.
One, sir, go ahead.
So Vishwak, as I mentioned it earlier as well, try to break down those words. If you are unable to understand the entire topic, just pick up the word man and woman. And then you can speak on only those two words.
I tried to link man, woman, and stars together, sir. So I think I messed up.
If you are unable to
I was not
understand
able
all
to
the
get
three
an idea.
topics, exactly. You have to be quick on feet a little bit. It will come with practice. So
yes,
all you need to do is, if you are unable to understand the entire context, just take 2 or 3 words, man and woman. Man and woman together can do anything in the world.
Yeah.
They can now absolutely change the stars as well, if they are together.
Oh God. Oh, you need to link all these three, 3 words together, 2 or 3 words in a topic together. Yeah, got it, sir.
Okay. Go ahead. Over to you, Brahmaji.
So Deepa, it's your turn. Okay, listen to the topic first. If you judge people, you have no time to love them. If you judge people, you have no time to love them. By Mother Teresa.
I had a neighbor when I was in a place called Jayanagar in Bangalore, and the person who stayed opposite my house was a senior citizen. And every time he would keep shouting out curse words. Any car parked in front of his house, he would shout out. Any children played, a ball fell near his compound, shout out. And I was wondering, he's right literally opposite my house. How am I even supposed to greet him? He sounds very bitter, annoyed all the time. So I always stayed back. And I judged that person, telling that he's angry. But one fine day, it was a festival time called Sankranti. I went and took the courage, and since I distributed sweets to the whole neighborhood, I went to his house as well and greeted him. And to my surprise, he gave out the biggest smile. He was very happy to see me. He took the sweets, he gave me back a return gift immediately. And that day I realized Uncle, as I call him, was not really a very bitter person or a cynical person or somebody who's always annoyed with people. He was just a lonely person. He had lost his wife. His children had left the house. He was living alone at the age of 70 with nobody to visit him. And that's what loneliness created. So if I had that mindset that something else is happening, I wouldn't have disliked him, avoided him. The sooner I did, the better. So it's best to not judge a person immediately and give room to what this person might be going through. So if you judge a person, you certainly cannot love them as much as you can. Over to the table topics, Master.
Nice. Anyone wants to give a comment? Naveen?
Can I?
Sure.
Okay, so Deepa, you are already a table topic champion as far as I know. Rather than speaking for the topic, try questioning and reasoning and going against that topic. Now, this is something you can do to just improve your quick thinking ability. For example, yes, I can judge because I don't want to be with them. You instantly see someone, you hate them. Somehow something strikes. No, I don't want to even talk to that person. Why? So there are few times wherein you instantly hate them, and it comes as a sixth sense. Now you can follow your instinct, tell why did you hate that person or why you are judging them, and you don't want to love them. So this way you are able to think quickly on your feet. Speaking for the topic is easy. Speaking against it makes your mind work faster. So that's my only feedback.
Thanks, Varun.
Thanks, Varun. Okay, who wants to go next? Srinivas, are you ready? Or Varun, you want to go next?
Yes.
Your topic is, whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect. By Mark Twain.
I don't know about this particular topic, but as far as I can tell, that is what I always do. My parents wanted me to go into engineering. I paused and I reflected. I turned the entire career. Now I am sitting here in Barcelona attending this particular meeting, studying how to be a chef. And next I'll be going to Sweden, where my parents wanted me to go to London. When my parents wanted me to go to London and do my internship from there, I again stopped and I reflected. Majority of Indians are there in London, including 15 of my friends. They said, all of your friends are there. Why not you as well? I said, no, I don't want to go there. I want to choose my own life. If I am doing what everyone is doing, where is my uniqueness in it? And that's when I realized, yes, I am a unique person. It took me 8 years to complete my education and I'm still learning. And I will always be learning. Yes, I have earned money. Yes, I have paid for my own bills. But I will be a student always. And that's what has made me understand. When nothing goes right, go left. It's okay. You don't have to be right all the times. You can leave those situations, take a left, leave that building, and do whatever you want to do. Make yourself happy. Over to you, Brahmakumar.
Thank you. Anyone wants to give feedback?
Varun, I enjoyed, you bring in a very interesting, entertaining elements to your speech, which I enjoy a lot. Somewhere along the line, I felt the aspect, the topic, what it was asking was deviated. You did not pounce on the topic itself. So maybe just remember what exactly the question was, maybe reframe it, what it was asking, and continue on that journey as jumping to ideas, but come back to the topic and answer what it's exactly asking. So the majority portion was somewhere missing. If you're in the majority,
Somebody was missing.
All right. Naveen, can I give you a topic? Is it convenient for you? Okay, maybe not. How about Vishwak again? Can I call you?
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
The topic is Stay Hungry, Stay Foolish by Steve Jobs. Stay Hungry, Stay Foolish by Steve Jobs.
Stay hungry, stay foolish. Yeah, I would like to start with the topic. As you know, Steve Jobs he's a very unconventional human being. You know, he abandoned his daughter. He never used to take a bath. That's what I heard from his. That's what I read from his biography. And he was very good at marketing, and he was a very good salesperson because the way he introduced the iPod was also very interesting. From his jeans pocket, the small pocket of his jeans, he took the iPod out and he was explaining why that pocket was necessary. And the thing about Steve Jobs is he was always hungry for success, and he used to do things which were not done in a conventional way. That means he used to do things in a foolish way, but it turned out well for him, and he has been a successful person, and he has made Apple a $1 trillion company, and all thanks to him. That's it.
Thank you. Anyone wants to comment on him?
Go ahead, Deepa.
Yes, sir. One, sir.
Vishwak, good job on the starting. I like the way you picked what you knew about Steve Jobs and started on that, and you built whatever you knew. And then you even connected with the topic. Like I said, I think it's just a practice, habit that's missing. Just do a lot of table topics over a period of time. You will keep talking a little more. I think you stopped after a certain point in time. Just think about what is the next idea that I can get. Part of your brain is telling you to stop, and part of your brain is not allowing you to move ahead. So that resistance has to be overcome by practice. That's the only thing. Otherwise, you're getting the thread of ideas. A little more elongation on what you exactly meant by he had a thirst. Look at how he launched iPod. Just elaborate on what he did and how that staying foolish and staying hungry made all his achievements pile up over and over the top. Just continue on that. Elaborate. What is that? Just think about that iPod event, what he innovated. Talk more about it. That's it.
Yes, ma'am, got it. Thank you.
Just
One,
to
sir.
add, just to add on, the two words here is stay hungry, stay foolish, right? So you can say that some of the inventions that became real were actually at that time was something silly or unconventional, out of the box. You won't imagine.
Foolish, yeah.
Like, when the Wright brothers wanted to fly the airplane, the idea of a man flying in that sense was considered impossible. And again, I can talk about, I believe it's Marco Polo, right? When he said that the world is actually round and it's not flat. And so he wanted to travel. So they thought he was crazy. When Galileo Galilei said that the planets revolve around the sun, not around the earth, they thought he was also gone cuckoo. So you can say that many of the people who invented something new or discovered new were people who were in a way foolish according to the norm of the time, but they were hungry for knowledge and they wanted to go in search of what they believed in. So you can say along that. So you need to give a few more examples. In the event you can't remember what Steve Jobs did, you see, then this will be.
I had this one-dimensional thinking of just Steve Jobs. I couldn't think of these guys because I think I was too anxious when I was talking about this topic.
Yeah. Okay, it's
Anyways,
okay.
sir, thank
We
you,
have
sir.
to
Thank
practice
you for the
more
feedback.
to become.
Yeah,
Deepa,
yeah.
I got
Sure.
one topic for you. I think you will love this topic.
Sir, 1 minute, sir. I think Varun sir wants to give us feedback.
Okay, Vishwak, you took out Steve Jobs quite perfectly. He did one more foolish thing which no one did. He took the Apple phone, he dropped it in water, and when air bubbles came out, he said there is even more space to reduce the size of the phone.
Oh,
If you think about it from a normal person's perspective, imagine someone dropping and testing an iPhone inside water. That might be considered foolish. He was hungry to reduce the size of the phone. Right.
No, did
So
it really happen?
yes.
it did happen actually.
Okay.
So that's how the iPhone size is so slim. So think about it. If you are
Okay,
hungry
sir.
for knowledge and if you are hungry about curiosity, you will be foolish no matter what. You ask hundreds of questions, people will say you are foolish or what. But curiosity is what you're hungry for. So you can use these kind of topics. That's a small perspective. Over to you, Dharmasmar.
Got it.
Okay, there's a topic for Deepa. Insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, by Albert Einstein. Over to you.
Obsession over the right things is what is lacking in the world. Right now, the world is obsessed with social media most of the time. But just imagine the people who make insane amount of change in the world. They are obsessed about things we never thought of. Now, just let me highlight to you one example from the area that I come from, of area that you might not be aware of at all: biotechnology. Now, you might be thinking, how do they find out who's the parent of the child, or how do they find out who killed someone, right? There's a test called PCR. You all already heard about it, PCR. Now, somebody actually went to a volcanic place, took the bacteria that grew there. Who does that? Imagine they took the bacteria there and then they took out a part of the DNA from that bacteria to develop a revolutionary technique which has transformed the area of biotechnology. That person eventually won the Nobel Prize as well for this contribution. So it's about getting obsessed with something that's nobody else thinks about, but obsessed in a way to add value in order to satiate your curiosity, can add value and can sometimes even change the whole world, like that person who did in discovering PCR and the whole genetic science change. So insanity, like Albert Einstein, definitely is required if you have to bring in huge changes. Just focus on what you are focused on, what you're obsessed on, because obsession can be a great thing. Obsession on the wrong things can be not a very great thing, but obsession on the right things can instantly change the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepa. My comments on that is I like the way you started with the topic and then you came with a story and then you connected your story to the topic. Very well done. Anyone has any other comment?
Can I? Deepa, you connected the audience with biotechnology. In this group of 5 people, remove one. That's my one more laptop. In the group of 4 people, I don't think so anyone was able to connect well because I just heard the term biotechnology and PCR. Those were the only 2 terms which I was able to connect with. So my point is try to connect more with the audience. If you are in a community, use something which people are able to relate to. Now, Brahmaji has given a beautiful example right then and there. The quote by Albert Einstein. He created, no, sorry, this thing talked about, my bad, the electricity, light. Who was that? Thomas Alva Edison. He tried 1,000 times before creating the first ever light, right? He was obsessed with the same thing. Concept is what? Tungsten bulb, tungsten filament, and a glass bulb. If you pass electricity, there's light. But why did it take him 1,000 experiments? This is one way you could have connected because everyone knows about Thomas Alva Edison. It's not like someone doesn't know about him, right? My point is try to connect with a larger audience rather than just focusing on one particular segment.
Actually, I have a different take
You're
on
on
that, Varun, because
Was it something that totally tuned you off because of the word biotech? Is there a way I can actually
no,
evoke
actually,
interest?
I don't agree with Varun. I think your example of biotechnology is good. Perhaps you can explain a bit more about biotechnology, but actually it's not relevant. It's the example you give. Everyone will, if let's say the
Let,
next speaker gives the same example of Thomas Alva Edison, you are, but your example is different. So that's why I like yours, because yours is different. Yours will be different from the others. Others will always talk about Ghajini
true.
Muhammad or Edison or Robert Bruce, the common examples. But
That's
you
one more way
come
of looking at it,
different.
yes.
So that's why it makes it, of course, like Varun says, maybe some audience may not be able to connect. Maybe you need to explain
Maybe
a bit more.
explaining that so that it can be more interesting. I should have done that. In a way that they understand and recollect also.
Okay, only go 1 or 2 more
Brahmaji,
titles left.
Brahmaji, if you're okay, I have a topic for you.
Yeah, sure.
Let me just copy and paste it in the chat box. Okay, Brahmaji, your topic is wake up determined, go to bed satisfied. Wake up determined, go to bed satisfied. Dityam Brahma.
If I wake up today and say I want to become the world champion of public speaking, I may go to sleep happy, but will I be satisfied? The satisfaction only comes when your wish becomes a reality, your dream becomes a reality. Otherwise, it's just a fantasy. Being satisfied is not enough. You must be contented with what you are dreaming. A man who has only one shoe must think about the man who has no feet to put on a shoe. Then he realizes that it's not being happy with what you don't have, but being contented with what you have. If you are contented with what you have, it doesn't matter. On the other hand, if you're not, then you will not be satisfied. Today, you may dream about having $1,000. Tomorrow, 2,000. The day after, 3,000. So it keeps on going. You're forever not satisfied because your perception of satisfaction is different. But you're determined that you will accept life as it is. No matter how much effort you put in, even if it doesn't bear the fruit that you want to, like you would have put a seed, but instead of getting a plant that has a mango, you got a mushroom. You're happy that at least I got a mushroom, then that is where satisfaction lies. So it's more important to be satisfied with what you have than to have a determination to get what you want. sometimes things don't happen the way we want in life. Back to you, table topic master.
Thanks a lot, ATM Brahma. I liked the way you connected the audience quite well with world champion of public speaking. Table topics, in table topics, generally it's all about how to connect, right? Most of the times, and to share your personal story, which was a bit missing if I'm not wrong. Personal story, I was unable to find it quite clearly. I mean, you mentioned about waking up, dreaming about having a world champion public speaking, then planting a tree, expecting a mango, but you're getting mushrooms. That's fine. Personal story. Just a small little feedback. Over to you, Brahma.
Yeah, adding personal stories is something I have to work on. Thanks for the reminder. All right.
And we have only 10 minutes, if I'm not wrong. It
yes,
popped
yes,
up the
yes.
message.
So one or two more topics, and that's it. Varun, shall I call you, or Naveen, are you able to speak?
Naveenji is busy, I believe.
Yeah.
He's just listening. Let me go.
Oh, Vishwa, can I call you again?
Let Varun sir take the topic. I'll just listen.
Okay, Varun, your turn again. The topic is: a great man is always willing to be little. A great man is always willing to be little by Emerson.
I don't know about everyone, but I do remember a story about a chaiwala. Yes, a tea seller. Now, those who are sitting here, when I say a tea seller, the first thing that came into your mind, Prime Minister of India, Modi, right? Yes, a great man is always willing to be absolutely little. Not because he is great, because that's what makes him great. If he had told everyone that I was a tea seller, now I am the Prime Minister, would he still be standing there? Absolutely no. If he had shown his power, if he had shown his wealth, or whatever he has, would he still be standing at that position? I don't think so. The same way, if I ask the public speaking champion to come and deliver a speech right now, would he say, I'm a world champion, I don't need to give this? That will make him absolutely fall very badly. Everyone will think very little of him. But if he thinks absolutely little of him, he says, why not? I would love to take this opportunity. I would love to deliver a speech. Well, just like I am doing. I have been a Toastmaster since the last 8 years, but I am not afraid to take any kind of table topic. I am not afraid to join any kind of meeting or take any kind of roles. All I know is one thing. If I am committed, I am absolutely going to do it. Even if it makes me little, well, let people think if I am going to be a little person. It is you who have to believe in yourself, not others who have to believe in you. If you believe and trust on what you can do, even if it makes you little, well, no worries. Go ahead. You are a great man. Not for others, but for yourself. Over to you, TTM Ram.
Thanks. Deepa, would you like to give us some comments?
Again, I like the beautiful wordplay that you came with. There was one danger here. You were talking about a political subject, which can put people totally off. They have their opinions so strong that they will not agree with you. So that's a gamble you have taken. So contest-wise, definitely don't speak about any political figures, especially those in current power, even past as well. So that's the one issue I had. And the second thing was, again, you were going back, the logical part where you said they think little of themselves. Then you talked about, no, it's okay. You're great. There was a contradiction there towards the ending part. So those are two issues I kind of had to present to you. Otherwise, smooth, delivery wise, smooth words, beautiful words. That
my comment for you, Varun, is that you got to play with your voice. Your tone is quite monotonous. Even though you have a very wonderful flow, there are times when you have to stress on certain words, like when you say words like believe, that will have more impact. And I felt that you were rushing. There could be areas where you can pause, like you talk about Modi, pause, and someone else pause. The audience might not be able to catch up with your speed. Right, we have Pragnya here. Pragnya, are you ready to try a topic? Oh, what happened? Disappeared. Okay.
She might be busy. She is going to take her kids to gymnastics. But she's
Deepa,
back.
can I give you a topic again?
Yes, sure.
Pragya is back if I'm not. Did I just ignore it?
He's back.
Yeah. Sorry, I was on a long call. Yeah, just got free.
So he is back. So Naveen, can I give you a topic?
Okay, all right, okay. Okay, that's all right.
Topic is I like criticism. It makes you strong. I like criticism. It makes you strong.
Brahmaji. We are left at exactly 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Oh, is it? Hey, no,
Sorry?
I can speak. Over to you.
No, sorry. This is a topic you've given to me, right? I like it. Yep. So I just want to clarify. This is the topic, right? I like criticism. It makes you strong. Am I correct? Yep. Fellow Toastmasters, just remember one thing, that whenever you're going through bad times, at that time, like just remember that a tree doesn't get struck by small things. It's only a lightning which can only destroy a tree. But maybe some small wins or these things, they really do not destroy any big achievements. So the thing is that whenever anyone criticizes you, there are two ways to look about it. There's a way that is you can even choose to ignore it, or basically you can also choose to implement it and see that how you could improvise further. So essentially feedback is very important, and of course without feedback it's not possible that to really improvise further. Like of course there might be negative feedbacks or positive feedbacks, and so that's why and it's your near and dear ones who really criticize you. Like I mean, in India, there's a poet who was given a phrase that "Nindak niyere rakhi," that is keep the person who really criticizes you close to you. And I realized that is the more critics you have, who really are close to you, they are the ones who may be the most harsh people in your life, but yet you will improve on them. For example, like just a couple of years ago, like I ran into some financial issues, financial troubles, and of course at that time I was more down and depressed than anyone else during the times of Corona.
Yeah, I got to stop you there because it's going to stop. So I like the way you approached the topic and you went on and you are giving some examples. It's good. And we have less than 30 seconds. I don't have any more topics. So can we end with this today?
All right. Okay, that's fine.
We'll see. We'll try again next week. Thanks, everyone.